Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. As you can tell, I'm hanging out in the Con Corp Country Club. I gotta go to the locker room real quick, get rid of some of my work stuff. Don't want to carry that gray glass all the way, back out to the golf course. We're done working on the Nether Hub for right now. It's time to enjoy ourselves a little bit. I want to head to the first hole and try some golf. Now that I'm a member, I can do this as much as I want. Since no one else is on the server, and I've never actually tried a round of golf before, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to do a few practice runs on the first hole. Now, that's not really traditional golf etiquette, but, as far as I can tell, with no one else on the server, I should just kind of give it a try. Okay, so we need a ball marker. Okay, there's rule book. Uh-oh. Make sure you have feather falling boots. I do. Ender pearls. Ice. I don't know what the ice is for. Should I know what the ice is for? Is that going to be a problem? Okay. Well, looks like we need tridents, ball marker, scorecard, optional, feather falling boots, rule books. Okay. Oh, wow, there's a whole thing here. Well, I took a look through the rulebook, and most of the rules seem to be pretty straightforward. I'll just explain them as we go, because honestly, it would be a mess if I tried to read 42 pages of Cubfan's voice in the real Cubfan voice, which is like, "Hey guys, Cubfan here." No, that makes him sound dumb. It's more like, "Hey guys, Cubfan here." No, that's Good Times with Scar. It's more like, "Oh, hello, here are the CCCC rules by Cubfan. And I don't have time to read 42 pages like that." So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to press this once to get some ice. Now we have all the ice we should need for a complete run of the course. Now, if you look at this map here, this is going to be... We're trying to get to the hole 1 green, and we're starting at the hole 1 tee box. So, the rules allow us to fly over the area to kind of get a quick overview of what it is going to look like. Now, I don't have a ton of rockets, so I don't want to do too much of that, but we know generally it's going to curve this way, and then there's going to be a flag over here. Real simple. I think that we can probably make a good effort at this, but I have never played golf on Hermitcraft before, with the exception of that one driving range attempt. So, we're going to see how this goes. This might get a little bit interesting. So, where did we start? We start from right back here. I'm going to need to get an ender pearl, won't I? We're going to put 1 ender pearl. Wait, I need to get ender pearls at all. Where do we get those? Rotate item frame 1 time to pick up ender pearls. Hey, that's pretty cool. Very classy. I clearly should have not had a inventory full of garbage to do this. All right. So we now have a golf ball and a driver. We're going to swing through here, and we're going to try to hopefully end up somewhere on the green there. Now I got to wait for... Oh, it might need to load the chunks. Okay, we landed off the green. Now, what I can do is I can use this ball marker to indicate where we landed, so that way I can come back here and try to fix this. Okay. So, it looks like I'm actually pretty close to the flag, and we overshot, it looks like. I'm surprised. Okay, so, yeah, it looks like we managed to overshoot the general diagonal of the green here, which is further than I thought I'd go. Okay, so maybe I'm a better throw than I believed. If we run back here then, it looks like we can legally do a few things. We can either use a bucket or use an ice block to make a new place to throw from here and to try and use one of our clubs. Although we are not allowed to use the driver since we are off the green. However, given the distance that we are from the hole, I think it might be wiser to just do an open hand ender pearl throw. So we're going to retrieve our flag here somehow. We're going to get a single ender pearl, and we are going to attempt to line up with where I think that might be. And hopefully we'll end up near the flag. If not, like, on it. Hey, that's good. We made it to the green. Now, once you make it Or no, we didn't. The green is the powder. Yeah, that's the green. So we're still on the fairway, I think is the golf term. But anyway, I think that we're allowed to hit the flag and drop in. Is that going to work, maybe? Hey, so that was 3. Yay. So there we go. That is... I thought it was going to chime or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So we managed to do that. And oh, wait. Do I take a 1-stroke penalty for going off the course there earlier? I'm not sure if I do. I know you take a penalty for going in the water. So rough. Dirt, grass, stone. Yep. Okay, so I think only... So only hazards. If you land in the water, you take a 1-stroke penalty. But okay, so we actually got this with 3. That's not too bad. I mean, obviously, it's better if you don't fall in the water there, or fall off the grass there. I'm kind of curious. Let's go ahead and try this again with the iron, because I'm trying to get a feel for the distance that the different clubs would take me. And I really thought I was going to need the driver. Why? Oh, yeah, elytra. One of the rules is you're supposed to take the elytra off, but then the problem is when you need it, you don't have it. I almost just unequipped it in midair just now because I was like, oh yeah, I better take it off before I get back to the tee box. So once again, even though I think the best shot possible from here might be to use the driver to go a little bit further that way than I tried the first time, I want to get a feel for the iron. So we're going to go ahead and try to line this up and see how it feels using the iron instead of the driver. Now, I've heard because of the way the Minecraft camera is located and stuff like that, you actually need to be closer to 30 degrees than 45 degrees for an optimal ender pearl distance. Let's see if we can make that work for us. And we're going to have to start walking just to get those chunks loaded. Okay, so this is... we were a little bit out of alignment in terms of where we cut over here, but that's actually not too bad. This is almost... So last time when we landed where we landed there. Okay, so that took us a lot further. Interesting. So this is definitely not the better club to play here. I don't think that was necessarily a worse throw. So last time we were in position to throw directly toward the tee and be in good shape, but not this time. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to dig our 1x1 hole, as is allowable by the rules. And now you can't use the driver when you're off the thing. So the strongest club we're allowed to use is our iron. Now, you know, I can't quite see the flag from here, but I have a pretty good idea of where it is. I'm worried maybe I should use the wedge, but I don't have to. So we're going to put that ender pearl in our offhand here. And we're going to try to line up where I think it is. And that might take me too far. Let's get our ball marker out. Did we overshoot? Oh, that's a penalty. Yeah, we are in the water, and I have no idea where I am. So we're allowed to throw an ender pearl from our hand from the water. So we're now at 3. Assuming I can get the ender pearl. So I'm just going to assume, since I'm facing this way when I came in, that I was supposed to be this way. So that's now 4. And that's the back of the flag. 5. Dang it. I don't remember what the button yeah. So 6. So we actually did better our first time when we went with the driver. I think most of these holes are going to be designed for you to use the driver in the first place. Oh yeah, I have the elytra on. Whoops. But core concept, it looks like my instincts, okay, using the driver on the first part of the hole, and then proceeding to use either no club or the iron is going to make sense. Interesting. So let's try that one more time with my slightly better informed ideas about how to use the driver, where we go a little bit this way with the driver. So instead of ending up in those woods, we end up kind of closer to the fairway. Time skip. Okay, so rather than lining up this way, we're going to line up a little bit more that way, and we are going to go for slightly, if 45 degrees is about here, we're going to go slightly below 45. We're going to throw. And we're going to walk forward to advance the chunk loading. So we ended up here, which is actually still... Maybe I just had a really good throw that first time in terms of distance. Although really, this is... I don't think that I would want to use the iron here, because clearly the iron would overshoot me from here if it overshot me from back there. So there's a question of, would I be better off? I'm guessing the wedge gets you a little bit more distance than a normal ender pearl throw. So why don't we try that? Although, you know, I don't know if I want to dig the 1x1 hole here, because we're going to have, like, terrain altering. Actually, I guess that's okay if we do that first. And we're going to put that there. So let's try this with our wedge. We know roughly where the hole is. Okay, the hole is right there. Through the trees. Single pearl in our offhand. Wedge out. We're not going to go for the optimal throw here. We're going to go a little bit higher. Oh, no. That's terrifyingly far in the wrong direction. Oh, actually it's not. It's really close to the flag. Look at that, guys. I gotta say, I love this ball marker. It really does make a difference. Okay, so if I had aligned that a little bit better, I still would have been behind the hole by a good distance. But I'm not in bad shape on the hole, quote unquote. I'm gonna say on the whole so much playing this game, and you guys are gonna be so mad at me. So this is our third, and I think we're gonna try and go. Now I'm in a sand trap. I think I do take a... I'm only allowed to use the wedge. Do I take a hazard penalty for being in the sand? Let's check this real quick. You can only use the wedge, trident, throw, or toss. But, okay, unlike water, I don't take a one-stroke penalty here. So this would be... I did 1, 2... This would be my third, I guess. Dang it. Fourth. Yay, okay. So we're actually still at par. This is a lot easier than I was actually expecting. I think we're probably good to proceed to the next hole then. And once again, this is just kind of a practice round, but I'm having fun. So I'm guessing that this is the path we take to get to the next hole, to second hole. Let's proceed on our way. I really enjoy this. It's not much of a cart path. It's more of a footpath. But that's good, because, you know, I have feet and not wheels. So this next one is a par 3, and it's 85 blocks. That sounds a lot closer. Because the distance that you can get with the driver is like 200 blocks. So if I screw this one up, I'm going to actually end up massively overshooting it. Let's go ahead and see if we can get an eyeball on... Okay, there's the flag right there. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I almost feel like... I don't know how far a normal ender pearl can go, but I feel like I could almost make that... I could get halfway there with a normal ender pearl. So maybe I should use the wedge? What's the distance? He wrote the rough distance that each of these could go. 100 blocks. Hand throw will usually go about 50 blocks. The wedge will go 85 to 130. So the low end of the wedge would get me to the hole. I might overshoot it even with the wedge. That's actually really interesting to know, but I definitely wouldn't get there by hand. Okay, so one thing I'm noting here is that the position of the gems does not necessarily totally indicate where the flag is. That just kind of gives you a general sense of where we need to go. But, okay, so we're going to use one ender pearl. We're going to get our wedge out. And we're going to aim basically right for it. And not up all the way, not up midway. Actually, up slightly higher than midway is probably going to be optimal. Oh, I might have been off angle there. Hey, that wasn't bad. So we're going to hand toss it over the flag. So that's 2. Gonna try and get the flag again. 3. Okay. 4. Yay! We got 4 shots on a par 2. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Not too bad. I think that was pretty reasonable. Oh, and hey, the tee box for number 3 is right here as well. Now this one's a lot further, 161 blocks. And okay. So interesting, the it's upside down. I like that. That's fun. But in general, it's clear that we need to aim toward that kind of... Oh, that's the flag there. That's not too bad. Okay. So we're going to get our driver out. 1 ender pearl. Let's line up the shot. Okay. Eat some food. No. 1. I'm not going to count that. Dang it. Dang it, offhand eaten. Like I said, this is not a real tournament play thing. I'm not trying to keep official score. So. Okay. No, there's no audio on Mixer, guys, because the computer's in a separate room. Oh, dang it, I'm... Okay, so... Dang it, there's no good way to do this where I can eat after I put the ender pearl in my hand. Oh, it's so hard to feel like I'm still aligned properly. I feel like I'm rotating some. Well, where did I end up? Kind of near the flag. Looks like I overcompensated somehow. Okay, so we're going to place our ball marker real quick. And then figure out roughly... Was that right? Was that where I was supposed to be? Did I go over the village? Wow, I overshot the flag, actually, with my driver. Okay, so I need to get more aggressive about choosing the right thing for the hole. Now, if I can see the 3, that means I'm within about 64 blocks. So we're going to go ahead and use a regular ender pearl here. And I'm going to aim it accordingly. Let's see how that goes. 2. Hey, 2. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm actually surprisingly good at this, which I wasn't expecting. Maybe Cub is just very lenient with the pars. Was this a par 2? I forgot to write that down. I need to write down what the pars are on all the things. Okay, so from here we need to go down to there's the number 4 box. How do we get down there? Little path here? Oh, there's a jumpy thing! Scar and Cub, you madmen. I love it. I love it, you guys. I love it. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so number 4 is a par 4. It's 417 blocks. I'm going to start writing down the pars on each of these. Okay, so there we go. So, hole 4, we are going to start up here, and we got to drive all the way to that big snake thing, and then kind of continue. So we're going to need... Ideally, we're going to really want to end up on the fairway here, so we can use the driver club twice. Once to get this far, once to get a little bit further. So that's going to be a whole thing. Now, we are allowed to survey the course. I don't have a ton of fireworks. And, of course, there are not just fireworks lying around, because that would be too convenient. So, why don't we go ahead and just give this a quick fly. Oh, because we don't have our elytra on. So we know it's generally this way. And we know we're going to go over a big green area before we hit the fairway. Okay, so there's the fairway. And wow, it definitely does snake a little bit here. But I think that's okay. I think that this should be a fine hole. What does this say? Ace 4. A hole-in-one on this hole wins a beacon. Oh, hey. Well, I'm not on that hole yet, but that's really good to know. And there's a snack shop, but it all costs money, and we just spent all of our diamonds. Oh, we actually owe False 2 diamonds. We need to pay her back. Guys, remind me in the YouTube comments section below that I owe False 2 diamonds and that I should do that instead of playing golf at some point. Okay, so we've got our driver here. We're just going to have to kind of eyeball it. For the sake of experimentation, we're going to start going lined up with that as our midline. And hopefully that's about right. Oh, yeah, I got to load the chunks by walking... Whoa. Okay, so we landed in a tree. We're not on the green. In some ways, it makes sense to just ender pearl to the green by hand so we can... Now, the thing is, we're not actually allowed to shoot from the tree. I have to go straight down, and if you can't go underneath the tree, you can't go forward. So now this is basically the best place I can shoot from. I kind of think what I want to do is just teleport onto the green so I can use my driver here. Okay, so now we're onto the fairway. Sorry for my imprecise language. So we've shot twice so far. I want to just check this out, okay? So if we go straight this way, is that going to make the most sense, or do we need to hook a little bit lefter? We will need to hook left eventually. If we're going to use the driver, I say we hook left now. Alrighty, so we placed a block of ice where our ender pearl landed. We're not going to go straight because we need to hook over slightly. And I think that this is the general angle we need. I probably should have gone further to the left. Let's get our flag out and start walking. Nope, didn't need to go further to the left at all. Needed to not go in the drink. Okay, so that's a one-stroke penalty, so we've gone... That's 4 already. If we get this one, it's going to be 5. Nope. 6. 7? Yay, okay. So, 7, that's not too bad, but, you know, could have been better. Now, this next hole here, I did see has a hole-in-one thing that we can win. So if we can pull that off, that would be cool, because I've never had a beacon on this season of Hermitcraft. Because, money? So this is 143 blocks. 143 blocks. If we can get a hole-in-one on this, 143 blocks away, and it's directly, it looks like directly across the water. Ooh, and up. That's an interesting challenge. Okay, so the elevation change there has got to be at least 45 blocks. So normally, if we consult our guidebook here, so that would be on the low end of the iron. So this looks like you could hit this as a hole-in-one using the iron. And there's no way you could get there with the wedge, and the driver you'd really have to be careful with it. So let's try this one with the iron. Let's actually have a snack first and mentally prepare ourselves for the shot. Okay, we have one shot at this, guys. We have eyes on the flag, so that's easy. It's getting our height on how far up we should shoot. That's going to be difficult. Now, if we shoot too low, we're going to hit the side there. So it seems like hitting too high is actually the optimal thing, but maintaining alignment while going high is going to be problematic. So, like, I'm just going to go with this. That feels like it's generally aligned. Get our ball marker out here. Did I go in the drink? Oh, just the backside. Okay. So let's put the flag down so we can see where we ended up. Of course, there's no, like, ladder or anything. I guess I should ender pearl up in general, but... Oh, that was so close. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and break this. And we're going to angle that slightly like that. That should be a narrow, shallow enough angle to land us on... There we go. So that was 2. 3. Okay, so not a hole-in-one. But we come darn close. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And as the sun begins to set once more, we need to go ahead and rest at the 6th tee box. Now, luckily, this is another par 6, so we get to bust out the big guns with the driver. My precision isn't really optimal, but we can at least see the fairway from here, which is a big change of pace I'm looking forward to. And hopefully we got a shot at doing decently. It's par 4, so not necessarily too terrible. Let's go ahead and turn night into day. Time skip. Okay, we got a driver out here. We know we're aligning slightly to the left of where we're at now. So let's go for it, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Hopefully that's decent. I do like that I didn't, die there. That was nice. Hey, that wasn't bad. Okay, so we're on the fairway, and I can see the flag there. We're going to go ahead and place our ball marker and get a little bit of a check on what's going on around here. It looks like the fairway continues up there. We got some sand pits and stuff like that in general around here. So at 64 blocks, supposedly, you can start seeing the number on the sign. So that's 64 blocks away from here, which my flag is probably another 30 or something. So let's say that's 90 meters or so. So I've kind of taken the lay of the land here, and the flag's got to be about 90 meters away. I figure that's probably appropriate to use our wedge on. So we're going to go ahead and dig our 1x1 hole. And we are going to go ahead and get our wedge out. Single pearl in our offhand. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. So we have our wedge. We have relatively clear shot here. These trees are going to be a bit of a problem, I'm worried. But I think we're going to be okay on the hole. And I want to go a little bit higher than 45 degrees here because I'm worried in general. Now, in terms of alignment, though, then we lose our flag. Ooh, that's too high. Or that's too far. That's going to overshoot massively. Oh, no, it didn't. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're off the fairway, so we can't use anything but our wedge or an open hand shot, but I think an open hand shot will do us here. So that was 2 shots so far. 3. I don't know if landing on the flag counts. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's just going to be 4. So there we go. There we go. So that was a par 4, and we made it in 4. Not bad. Hole 7 is a par 3 that's 180 blocks out. The tee box is here. Ooh, boy, getting to the fairway there is going to be quite the endeavor. It looks like we're just going straight across this kind of general savanna type area. Oh, wait, but is that the flag there? Okay. Okay, so that's not too bad. Alrighty, we're just going to line up our iron here. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this one, guys. Now, if we go perfect distance with the iron, whoa! There we go, look at that. That was an excellent throw, guys. 2. We made that one in 2. That was a par 3, so, I mean, that's not too impressive, but hey, I'll take it. Nice. Hello, sheep. Oh, man, if I ever need to, get animals, I need to come out to this course, because apparently there's a ton of them out here. Whoa, this is cool. Okay, what's this? Hole 8, par 4, 196 yards. And I'm going to look at this map representation rather than appreciating the natural beauty all around me here, which is actually kind of terrifying. Do I have to go over that? Oh, man, this is going to be an interesting one. Alrighty, guys, using the magic of Optifine, we can see the green is through that waterfall. Now, I know water is going to slow down an ender pearl, so even though this is a little bit kind of close to use a driver on normally, I'm thinking that the ender pearl deceleration might mean that we need to have the heavier club. We also can't shoot as high as we normally would without piercing this kind of stone, which ender pearls don't pierce. So we're going to go kind of low and hope it works out. I need to yell something like when I'm golfing. Now, traditionally, you only yell 4 if you make a mistake. Like, that's like if the ball is wildly out of where it's supposed to be. Okay, so clearly I actually overshot it. I think that this is the... Yeah, there's the hole there. So we did okay. We could have done better. But, I mean, that's pretty close. I mean, that's probably within 50 blocks. Actually, if I can see that 8 from back here, it's definitely within 50 blocks. So that's probably a hand toss from here. If I can keep the alignment that I need. Okay, so I can see the pole is right behind that tree. So it's like right there. We're going to go ahead, take an ender pearl, and we're just going to toss it a little bit high. To get over we got to clear the trees, and we got to go a little high. Not that high. Like about... that high. Dang it. Not high enough. Or too high. Either way. 3, 4. Dang it. Okay. That was okay on the hole. That was okay on the hole. Oh. You know, I bet if I had waited to throw the ender pearl until the trident had decelerated me a little bit, I wouldn't have overshot it. We're gonna make a note of that for next time. Because I'm still learning some of the nuances here. But hey, this is the 9th hole. You know, I think we're probably going to wrap this video up after the 9th hole, because even though we have an 18-hole course at this point, you know, 9 holes is traditionally the front 9 of golf. And I do want to kind of break this up into a few episodes. Maybe not do 2 golf episodes back-to-back. Here we go. 9th hole. Got our driver out. Single ball in hand. Dang it. That doesn't count as me throwing one. That was just me being bad at Minecraft inventory management. Okay, so I think we want to be a little bit further this way to avoid that lava pool we saw on the map. I'm not sure if that's a legitimate threat or not, but you know what? You can't be too curious. No. Wait, that's true. You can't be too curious. You should be as curious as possible, but you can't be too cautious either. And... whoa, okay, so we landed on the green. Woo! Yay! So the lava we saw was probably over that way. Let's go ahead and put our marker down real quick and see what we can scout ahead. Now, the area generally goes that way based on my rough memory. Now, I'm down to my last rocket, guys, but you know what? This is what rockets are for, you know? So it looks like this continues in an archipelagical fashion until we hit there. Okay, cool. That's not too bad. So we're going to use the driver once more. Hopefully we won't end up in the drink here. But, you know, this is a 561-yard course, so... ooh, we might have been a little bit too far to the right. Let's get our ball marker out, get those chunks loaded, so that we can figure out where we're going to land. It's probably in the water, guys. Let's just be honest. It's in the water. Okay, so we're going to go straight up. So we take a 1-stroke penalty for that, so... now, from the water, you can only hand toss. You're not allowed to use a club. So, no. That's another 1-stroke penalty. So I think we had 1 to get 2, and then 3, and then... so I think we're at like 5 now. Okay, this is not a salvageable, generally speaking. We did not hit par on this. We did not hit par on this. Okay, is that the flag there? Okay, that's the flag at least. We can see the flag. It is behind that part of the ice thing there. And we're at least back on the fairway. We're going to use our iron here, I think. And here we go. Oh no, it's getting dark soon. That's bad. I don't like ender pearl monsters. Or, I don't like monsters. I was thinking about ender pearls because I was about to throw one. I'm going to go way under the water, aren't I? For another water penalty. And mobs are about to spawn because I'm too busy... whoops. Oh yeah, I got to throw from there. Boom. Okay, we need to find a bed real quick before we blow up Cub's golf course by accident. Because once mobs start spawning around the bed, then you're in real trouble. Because you can't use the bed at that point. Okay. Woo, okay, we made it. Well, you know, we don't really need to post a score here because this was a trial run. And I didn't keep track. I'm sure some of you guys watching the video probably could figure out my score. Although the fact that I redid the first hole several times for practice means that any score that I could possibly get would not be considered valid here. But now that I've done this once, I'm feeling really good about it. I'm feeling like this could be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try when I do the back nine, when I do holes 10 through 18. I'm going to actually keep score, and I'm not going to do practice shots or anything. We're just going to do it legit. But this has been a great experience. Thank you so much to Cub for all your hard work building this, and to Scar for his efforts as well in the country club. This has been a good time. Well, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.